Divine greetings and gratitude, everyone. If y'all are new here, my name is Cassandra. I'm the witch, author, and poet of Magic of Eden. Welcome to your new spiritual safe haven. And if y'all are returning, hey family, welcome back to our sacred garden. I'm always honored, excited, and elated to be in your presence. So basically in today's reading, we're going to be getting into your love life and what is going on in your love life, and or who or what are you attracting? Well, who you're attracting. And the reason why I was inspired to do this is because I was actually in the process of changing up the labels and changing up some of the things in the apothecary and whatnot. And, just kind of changing the vibe, the aesthetic and whatnot to reflect how I am, to reflect more of my vibes and whatnot. And I actually want to go ahead and show you what inspired this reading. And this is the new labels for our for our oils. I don't know if y'all can see that at all, but I'm really excited. I can't tell because, okay, it looks like you might be able to. I hope it can focus. Okay, there it is. Yep. That is our oil. Isn't it so beautiful? I actually made it myself. I paid someone to draw the peony for me, and then I created like the name and stuff myself. And I also, got creative and changed the, I added a border and things like that just because I'm in love with borders. And I wanted to reflect that. And this is also the change that I made for the candles. I'm really hoping I have to cover that just so the herbs won't fall out. But yes, this is I am loving this. Isn't it so beautiful and juicy? Oh, it's so gorgeous. I kind of want this to be like the thumbnail. So let me see if I can get a thumbnail going. Okay. And yes, I know that we're taking our time getting into this reading, but that's essentially what this reading is inspired by. And we are going to get started. So I need my lighter because I actually want to burn some incense while we are doing the reading. And we already have some cards right here. We have the enchanted map, and then we also have messages from the mermaids and also wisdom of the oracle. And then we're working with our mermaid tarot. This deck is absolutely beautiful. Let me go ahead and find a lighter. Okay, we have a lighter here. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for being patient. I want to go ahead and try to get this reading done with you. This is so real. This is so real. It's so funny that I'm just taking my time, y'all. Forgive me. I'm taking my time. Yep, I am taking my time. Having 4 kids at home, I'm a homeschooling mom. I teach, I cook, bathe. Like, it's so many things that I do. I roll. I wear so many hats. Like, I have so many roles is what I mean. And it's just wild. So I've been taking my time, slowing down, and not allowing myself to be defeated because I feel like nothing's perfect or nothing is, I'm just learning, right? Like, I'm learning how to have more grace with myself. And I feel like that's something that you are also learning probably with yourself right now, which can ultimately draw in the partner that you are wanting. And I feel like it is a process. And I know that relationships is something that has been very essential and like very important and like on the forefront now. I know that as people step into their higher selves and whatnot, or step into this like higher vibrational energy and frequency and whatnot, so many things around them are absolutely changing, and this includes who is around them and whatnot. So as you pivot and change into your purpose and into your destiny, is I don't know why the word's coming through, it's like you yourself are really stopping and thinking about who and what is in your space, especially because right now Mercury is retrograde. So anytime Mercury is retrograde, we go into these spaces where we sit, we reflect, we revisit, right? Sometimes, we revamp depending on what comes up. We reprioritize. There's a bunch of re's. So we have to go back, rewind, and say, where did I mess up, or where could I have done better, or like what happened, right? Because Mercury is the planet that rules communication, of course, but Mercury is also a planet that finds these little bits and pieces of information that may have been overlooked so that it can create more of the bigger picture. And that definitely is, like I said, Mercury energy. So right now you could be in a space where, speaking of which, old lovers from your past may be resurfacing right now. Maybe old friendships. You may have people that are coming back that just want to see how things, speaking of which, Ten of Wands is the first card to come out. You may have exes. I don't know why. I'm hearing like dating apps. Someone may be like on a dating app. I am not the one to tell you what not to use and anything like that. But what I'm hearing is that if you're gonna use, I'm hearing like the word Tinder. It's like you may have like a Tinder account or something like that. What Spirit wants you to do is Spirit wants you to use anything, not just anything, but Spirit wants you to use what is actually going to reflect you as a high frequency being. Like if you are going to use a dating app to find a partner or to attract love and whatnot, you want to make sure that the app that you are using, what I'm hearing isn't trash. Because if you're using a trash, sometimes when you're using a trash like apps and things like that, you can draw in some like real low budget energy, right? It's almost kind of like what I'm hearing is like you get what you pay for. Like that's what I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing like eat harmony. Like someone's like trying to make an investment when it comes to love and things of that nature. They're trying to figure out like why love is not working for them. It's not the fact that love is not working for you. It's just simply because something within you is changing, and because there are so many things within you that are changing, it's like you're noticing that the higher evolved you are, the more you see how others are unevolved that they are, and it's more obvious. The higher you go, it's not this the fact to say that you're seeing how low they are. You're just seeing like where they are along their journey, and it's not a vibrational match to you. And I don't mean to say that as if you're better than them. I mean to say that as in you're just a highly spiritual being, and it's reflecting in the people that you're choosing. Does that make sense? So I feel like if you felt like you've had no luck in love, I don't feel like it's no luck. I just think I can just feel that your standards are high and you're not settling for any low vibrational energy, right? Speaking of which, okay, that card flew out. What card was that? See, look at that. You have the Two of Cups. Oh my goodness. This was so right on point. That card flew right over there. I know you've seen it. At least I hope you did. And you have the Two of Cups here. And I think that's so beautiful that you have that, because I just feel, and I can sense that you're just simply not, you're not settling for anything. And I love that for you. And I also feel like there was someone that you were dealing with who they were trying to like rush you to commit, or they were trying to force you to be who you weren't, or they were trying to force you to change for their benefit and for their sake, and for you it became burdensome. It was too much of a burden. Like you're not trying to attract anyone, or you don't want to be with anyone that makes you feel like rushed. Like you're rushed to make a choice, or you don't want to feel like you're rushed to change the things about you. Like it's like you don't want to feel rushed into anything. You want to take your time. You want to feel through it. It's like this Taurus energy. You want to feel all of it. You want to feel through it. You want to indulge in your senses. You want to gaze into their eyes. You want to see like how they look. Like you want their, like I'm seeing like soft and like silky skin. It's like you want to rub their skin. If they have a beard, you want to run your fingers through their beard. It's like the senses of them is also what heightens, in a sense, your senses. And then it's like the two become one, they become intertwined. I'm sensing that someone wants the love, they want the passion, but they don't want it to be rushed. They want it to be sensual. They want to feel, like they just want to feel. It's this Venusian type of energy that this individual wants, but what they're getting, or what they feel that they're being met with, is like this rigid type of overly aggressive energy, right? And it's almost like Divine Feminine is like, the funny thing about this is that for you, you may be a man listening to this, and you very well may be in your Divine Feminine, but the Divine Feminine who's coming up as masculine is rushing you. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. We need to be married by now. We need to be this by now. And it's like, chill, like we've only been together for like 2 weeks, like just relax. Or maybe like 6 months or whatever. And it's like, listen, like you're throwing all these expectations on me, and I don't want that. Like I really want to take my time with you, because I know that this is an investment. And with them, it's just like, okay, well, I need this to hurry up. But the reason why Spirit is saying is that they're doing that is because they feel like what I'm hearing is that they're looking for an escape, and they're looking for fast security. And the reason, it's so interesting, because just take it as it resonates. These messages are just kind of coming through, and I'm going to trust it, okay? They don't mean any harm. what spirit is saying is that it's this lack of security. Like, wow, okay, it's this lack of security, and because they don't feel secure, they're rushing you to give them what they can't give to themselves, but they don't mean it in a bad way. What they're doing is they don't realize it, but they're projecting onto you what should have been given to them as a child, and so they're expecting you or wanting you to do it because they themselves are afraid that they won't have it, and they see something within you that can give to them in that way. And so it's almost kind of like they're almost kind of forcing you to do this when you are not ready. For some of you, for others of you, it's not so much that they're trying to rush you. It's just because they know that this relationship is ready to take the next step, because they're ready to get out of just the beginning phases. Like, they're wanting to come out of the honeymoon phases, but they feel like if they're blocked, or they feel like the relationship is blocked. What card is this? That's so interesting, because we do have the Knight of Wands here, and we also have the King of Wands in reverse. And we also have the 10 of Wands in reverse as well. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the Hermit card. Spirit, can you please explain this Hermit card? What is that? What is this pointing to? You have the Magician here. You have the Emperor here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, they are coming. Oh, King of Cups. Okay. Divine Masculine. Okay, Divine Masculine. You're not sure. Now we're switching. Divine Masculine, you are not sure. Divine Feminine is open for you, and Divine Feminine is waiting for you. Like, Divine Feminine is being very passive for some of y'all. For others of you, Divine Feminine is not. But for those of you that are in the like divinely masculine space, I feel like Spirit is saying it's giving you like this gentle nudge forward. I am hearing like holy matrimony, and no, I do not mean to sound cliche. I promise you I don't. Spirit, can you please explain this 2 of Cups? That way I'll make it that way. What is... Okay, see, you have the 10 of Pentacles here. This 2 of Cups. You want this like long-lasting love, apparently. But who does it? Well, there's people that don't. Some people like a fling. Some people like a one night. Some people don't want love at all. They just want a quick fix, if you catch my drift. Okay, Spirit, can you please explain this Knight of... Okay, also, I feel like Divine Masculine now is standing more in their power, and they're learning how to assert themselves. And I think that was a part of the problem. Okay, Spirit is saying is that if you are in a relationship with Divine Masculine in the past had a really hard time with asserting themselves. And I'm not talking about just like a man, although you very well may be a man watching this, because my channel is not just, with women. Even though I do work a lot more with women, it doesn't mean that it's just women, right? And Divine Masculine is learning how to stand more in their power, and they're learning how to assert themselves more, because there was some type of wound. And what I'm hearing is like they have like this wound in like their identity. They had this wound in like their masculinity, but now they're learning how to assert themselves more. But what I'm also picking up on is that what you're drawing in, if you're listening to this, if you're waiting on like a partner to come in, what you're wanting to draw in is someone who has not only a good head on their shoulders, but they know how to balance their fire, their I'm hearing like the word rage, but like they know how to channel and direct this strong, assertive, fiery, dominant energy with the more soft, the more sensual, with the more intuitive understanding, the more emotional intelligence, with the emotional stability, this emotional security. They know how to navigate and jump dimensions, but they know how to integrate all of it. This is giving me someone, it's so interesting that you don't have the, oh my goodness, speaking of which, Divine Feminine actually is here. See, she's passive, she's waiting. She wants to have a baby, or not just, I don't want to keep putting like gender on it, but this individual wants to have some type, they want to be pregnant, or they are pregnant with something, and they're wanting you to support, right? Divine Masculine. So what I'm hearing is that if you are feminine, you're wanting someone who knows themselves. You're wanting someone who comes healed, but Spirit is also letting you know that healing is an ongoing journey. What you are wanting is someone who is aware enough not to project their insecurities onto you, and they're aware of where they fall short of. They're aware of where where they need work, and they're actively working on it. So whether or not y'all are together, they are still progressing. And what you don't want to feel is someone who is overly aggressive, overly hype, overly pushy, overly dominant, where they don't know how to flex. Like, they don't know how to literally flex and bend. They only know how to be rigid. You don't want that. You want someone who's seasoned. You want someone who knows what they're doing. This is bringing me to, like, I just heard the words like young buck. This is the buck moving up to like stag energy, or stag energy. I'm seeing like a stag. Like, I'm seeing really huge horns, and this stag is so powerful. It's breathtaking. And you're stepping into that divine masculine. This to me feels like I'm talking directly to divine masculine on behalf of divine feminine. Divine feminine is saying that I really want you to take charge, because I just want to be in my body. I just want to be in my beauty. I just want to take care of what I'm taking care of. And I just need you to hold it down for me. I need you to, like, lay the foundation so I can go out and be who I need to be in the world. But I want you to support me. I want you there to rub my back. I want you there to rub my feet. I want you there to paint my toes. Like, I want this with you. But I don't trust anyone else to do it with, because I feel like they're going to think that it's, how do I want to put it the way I'm not offending anyone? You know how, okay, just hear me out, you guys. Like, I don't mean anything by this at all. But y'all know how you have them dudes where how they don't like to cater to their women because they say things like, oh, that's feminine. I don't do that. Or that's, gay. I'm not going to do that. And it's like, it has nothing to do with your sexual orientation and everything to do with you just simply catering to me and speaking my love language. Like, how immature can you be to say that? You know what I mean? And so you're not wanting anyone that's like that. In fact, you're attracting someone that will sit there and paint your toes and listen to you. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. You're just simply wanting someone who's going to speak your love languages in a way that you like. And it's okay, because you're in a partnership. And that's what you're wanting in a partner. I feel like that partner is coming. And not only that, that partner is going to be here for the long run. But first, divine masculine must trust itself. Divine masculine must be willing to do the work. Also, what Spirit is saying is that this relationship is going to take work. Also, with this 10 of wands here, this to me is pointing to the past. You're going to have to let the things that were in the past be the past. Let them be where they are. What I'm also hearing, I heard like the word security blockage. I don't know why that word came through. And I'm confused as to why that even came through, Spirit. What do you mean by security blockage? Like a breach of like security? A breach of security? Someone like violated somebody in the past. And if this person, someone violated somebody in the past, a security blockage. It's like, it was like a blocking of security. Like, someone blocked some form of security from you. And that was like a violation. And because of that, you kind of grew like this issue with like security and trusting. Like, it's like you didn't trust because someone like blocked some type of security, whether it's like financial, emotional, or spiritual. It's like they created this blockage because of like what they were going through. And it's like some of you guys were having a really hard time trusting. But what I'm hearing is that I'm here with you for the long run. Like, I'm hearing like a celebration. These messages are, yeah, see, 5 of Pentacles. Like I was saying, this is in the past. Yeah, that was definitely in the past. Spirit, what is the encouraging message for this person's love life, or for my people's love life? I heard the word Aquarius. 7 of Pentacles. Are you guys looking to join resources? Like, are you looking? I think that's something that's coming up too. It's this element of like poverty, and like, how can we get out of like poverty? Like, are we meant to come together to get out of poverty? Like, oh, Temperance is here as well. Spirit, can you please do me a favor and speak to me about Temperance? Are we meant to work together? The answer is yes. That's so funny. The 3 of Pentacles is here. Yes, you are meant to work together. You might want to come together. This is the truth here. You have the Ace of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Swords. Anything else before we open up our... Okay. I'm going to let those 2 fall. You have the Knight of Cups. Someone definitely does want to get married, and it will happen in the near future, by the way. The this card here, Five of Swords. Someone definitely was hurt in the past before, and they're afraid, and they feel like they don't want to be defensive. Spirit is saying is that you having your defenses up is what's going to create this security blockage. Oh my goodness. Okay. Spirit is saying is that when you continue again to have your guard up, and because of things that you went through in the past or you felt defeated and things like that, it's 100% going to create a security blockage, because what's happening is like divine masculine wants to give to you divine feminine, but you have to be willing to open yourself up and be receptive and put down the hammer and put the bricks down. Like I'm seeing someone lay down like a feminine figure, like hammering down, and I'm hearing like hammering down of like a like a railroad track, and then like this feminine energy is like banging on it, just banging, and they're having trouble with, like, it's not that they're weak, but they're having trouble like getting the nail down. But the funny thing is that the reason why they're having trouble is because they're exerting too much of their strength. And it's so interesting because it's like, why won't this thing go down? And divine masculine is coming in saying, listen, babe, I understand that you're strong. You don't have to prove yourself. We get it. You are strong. And it's okay for you to allow me to help you, right? And divine masculine is like, listen, I want you to look at me when I do this. Divine masculine is taking with its left hand, and they have like this hammer, and they're just kind of gently doing it. And it's like gentle, but it's also like with a bit of force, but it's not too forceful. And now it's going down, and they're laying the hammer, and now that railroad track is fixed. And then divine feminine in this vision is like, she, they're just sitting there like, I don't understand. And it's like, babe, this whole time you've been exerting this power, and you didn't need to, because look at who you're with. You have someone who's here to take care of you. Yes, you can take care of yourself. I 100% get that. I respect that. I love that. And it's because of that I also want to give more to you, because I see what you're doing. It doesn't make you a pick me. It doesn't mean that you're lazy. It doesn't mean any of that. It means that I want to take care of you while you take care of everything else. And it's okay that you have your purpose. I'm not here to take your purpose away from you. If anything, I want to be in addition to your purpose. If anything, I want to enhance you, and I want to contribute to you so that when you do go out, you can be even more fulfilled in your work. So when you come home, it's just us. It's just me and you. And that's what I feel like divine masculine is saying to you, divine feminine. And I also feel like divine masculine, don't be afraid to stand in that type of power, right? Like that's daddy energy. That's mommy energy. That's dommy energy, if you will. That's dom energy. It doesn't matter what your gender is. You are the one taking charge, taking control in a very spiritual, emotional, and a very passionate way. Notice that you don't have the King of Pentacles here, and you also don't have the King of Swords here. Why? Because you don't need any of the rigid energy. You need more energy that's a bit more fluid, right? And that's the reason why you have this King of Wands here. King of Water. King of Water. King of Cups. The King of Cups here, and the Emperor card. This energy is seasoned. It knows what it wants. It's assured of itself. It has tools. It has resources. It teaches. Right? It's this divine masculine that's coming in here to help divine feminine be in its power, in its authority, but also in its softness. And that's exactly what I feel like y'all are learning right now, or that's what's happening with you right now. It's like you're learning how to be soft. And I love that for y'all. Let's see what our Oracle cards have right now. You have regeneration. Okay, that was me the Four Cups. Poise. Okay. And we also have higher power. And then we have free spirit. And then we have here decisions. Okay. Should I be with this person? Should I not? Follow the leader. We have storm fields here. I know I'm just kind of zooming through these Oracle cards. We have home. I love that. And we have field of dreams. Someone is trying their best. They want to be free. They want to feel free in their relationship. They don't want to feel confined or restrained. They also feel like, oh my goodness, follow the leader, right? Follow my lead. Divine masculine is leading. Divine masculine, you are leading. Divine feminine, you are attracting divine masculine that leads in their own way. They know their power. And they know their power because they know the struggle is what I'm hearing. They know their power because they know the struggle. Stormfields, they know what it's like. Throughout this time right now, I feel like you guys may be going through like a real chaotic time in your life and your relationship. And I feel like this is one of those things where it's like, I don't want to feel, again, like I'm forced to make the decision. I want to feel free. I don't want to feel confined. I want to be myself. I want to be lovely. Like I want to be these things, even though I'm in a relationship, even though I'm in this type of dynamic. Like that's just simply what I want. And I feel like another thing that I'm sensing too is that with this higher power, this point, this regeneration, this is making me feel like you're not so reactive. Instead, you're choosing to kind of like withhold this energy. It's almost kind of like a fast, which is so interesting because this is, you know, the temperance card, balance here, but also learning, but also choosing, actively choosing to learn your life lessons and utilizing what you learn in order to alchemize, right? You're alchemizing. You're learning how to implement your ego in a healthy way. You're learning how to shut your ego down in order to listen, in order to understand. And I feel like with this regeneration here and with this higher power and with this poise, if you sit still long enough and you sit in your space and you are in your own and you're in your intuition, I feel like that is when you'll start to become more, you'll become a lot more healed. The stress will begin to fall away. And if you allow yourself to not constantly put your hands in things, right? We have said that millions of times on this channel. When you keep putting your hands in things, it creates blockages, but it also makes it harder for you and the other person. You prevent yourself from resting. Divine Feminine, you're being asked to just simply rest and be in your space and be in your energy and let Divine Masculine take care of what it needs to take care of. Okay, that is very specific for someone. I also feel like Spirit is saying is that this is a non-negotiable. If you're wanting to progress and move forward, this is definitely a sign. It is happening definitely in the near future, but also you're going to have to let the past be the past. If someone is trying to come back around to you right now and they have not learned their lesson, do not be afraid to block them out. In fact, you don't ever have to let them back again. And the reason for that is because you just don't have to. Like, you don't have to, you don't owe them an explanation. It is good to give, like, you know, if you feel called to intuitively to give one because, you know, it sets healthy boundaries, then do so. But some people, most people, everyone knows as to some degree, because if they're listening to their intuition, it's like, you know, you're wrong for that. For other people, it's like they genuinely didn't know that they were wrong. They just, you know, were kind of going about doing what they were doing. And they did not know that, they didn't know that this was a boundary for you, or they just were not sure. And they were just being themselves. And then they learned their lesson. Now, if you're dealing with someone like that who learned their lesson, who does not cross your boundaries, and it's okay. Sometimes the energy just does not work at that time because you're going through something that you need to be going through separately, and you come back around. That way, when you are together, you know how to tackle those issues together. I want to let you know that I'm hearing Spirit say trial and error. Some things are trial and error. Don't expect, well, if you choose to expect if you choose to expect for this to work out the first time, unfortunately, it's going to lead to more suffering. If you chose instead to allow wiggle room for mistakes, and while simultaneously not settling for less, then you'll be surprised as to what will come through at that point. Okay? Also, I just heard that someone is wanting to draw in the perfect partner. I will say this. If you're looking for something that is long lasting, I would recommend you using like a soulmate oil or like a soulmate candle. If you're looking to spice up your current relationship, to add more passion, to add more flavor, to add more desire and things like that, this candle and this oil is 100% perfect for you. Because when I made the oil, when I made the candle, I made sure to put positive intentions, and I only made sure to use energy where you were going to draw in a partner in a safe manner. I do not do any kind of spells for people to bring a lover back. I do not do spells of anything of that nature. I am not about forcing someone to come back into your life when they are not meant to be there. I will never do any of that. Why? Because I am somebody that knows that forcing your will on someone who doesn't want to be there is a type of magic that I will not get into, not only because it has terrible consequences, but because it's immoral. To me, it is immoral. What kind of issues, subconscious issues do you have going on? Right? Not you, but like you as, just general. Like what kind of issues, subconscious things that you have going on to where you have to force someone to be in your life that does not want to be there? What if this person that you are, and I feel like I apologize, you guys. My battery died. I mean, not my battery. My memory card was full, so I went back to, take some stuff out. But anyway, so yes, it's like, what kind of issues do you have that is right? Like that's making you feel like you have to force someone to be there. Like what if you're trying to attract someone, you're trying to force them to be there, and they're rejecting you because spiritually you don't need to be with them. Like, and then let's just say you do some magic, right, to overpower their will and whatnot, and then they just become attracted to you, and now it's like this deadly attraction to where now you're attracting the person's shadow. What if you're doing shadow work and then your spirit is rejecting them, or spirit, your guides are rejecting them and giving you the signs and the warnings, and you're bypassing the warnings and you're doing it because you really want them, because you're abusing your power, you want to do that, and then you attract their shadow, and then next thing you know you're in an abusive relationship, and then you're screaming like, and this is not to be rude or mean, and I feel like not enough people are saying this because we're used to pacifying this, and I'm not going to pacify anybody on this channel at all. And I mean well, and I have compassion. But let's just say again that you're in this abusive relationship when you knew that you shouldn't have been doing this in the first place. And this is the reason why you had to reject, that you needed to reject it. And I'm not talking directly to you unless I am talking directly to you. And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm also not going to lie to you. One thing that I will always do is tell you the truth. And this is the truth. And people don't listen. It's like you're being given the warnings for a reason, right? This was the reason. Some people fuck around and they find out. Let's not be that person. Okay? So if you're working with this oil, when you're working with this love spell oil, understand that this is used to help you with your own energy. And I'm going to go into that in another video. I'm going to put a pin in that. Okay? I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for spending time with me here today. If y'all need anything from me, please feel free to visit me online over at CassandraTurner.com. If you guys need anything else, you guys can follow me on Magical Eden on Instagram. Thank y'all for listening, for tuning in. Please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel because I want to make sure that I'm building a very strong, amazing, loving community full of soul energies, full of energies who are about transcending beyond their pain and their suffering. And yes, and that's it, you guys. I love you. Take care. Be safe. And I'll catch you in my next video.